Hello everyone, this is JV back again and welcome back to my channel, and in this vlog we are going to have another episode of What's Your Pre-Med? So if you guys don't know what this series is all about, this series is all about pre-medical courses, and we are interviewing medical students from different medical schools with different pre-medical courses, so that you guys can compare and contrast them and have a basis on which pre-med to take for those of you guys who are in senior high school still, and for those of you guys who are in undergrad. You guys can watch this video to help you guys maximize the potential of your guys' courses. So for today, we are going to talk about a non-traditional pathway to medical school. Are you guys ready? Let's go! Hi, Chel!
Hey, JV!
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Quarantine's really boring.
It is super. Okay, before we continue with our pre-med questions, I want you to introduce yourself muna.
Hi, I am Chel Sinchon. I'm a second-year med student in FEU-NRMF.
Okay, so let's go with the what's your pre-med questions na. So the first question is basic. So what's your pre-med and then where did you do your pre-med?
I did my pre-med in UP Diliman. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in BS Community Development.
Okay. So what's the most common track for your course after graduation?
Graduates from BSCD usually go into public work, social work, government offices, the Senate, like clerical work for senators. Most of my batchmates do non-government work with a few organizations, like international and both local.
Oh, okay. So did you know that you were gonna go to med now when you entered your course?
Yeah, I've always wanted to go into med school even before high school.
So why did you choose your course then?
I didn't actually choose it like very conventionally, like how OPCAT passers do. So I passed in UP Manila. My first course was BA Organizational Communication. But then, sabi ko, I live near to Diliman. I would really want to transfer. So when I explored transferring to Diliman, I looked at the list of subjects or list of courses that I can transfer to. And then, sabi ko, parang masyadong mababa yung UP grade ko or yung GWA ko for like biology, College of Sciences courses. So when I looked at other options, I even looked at film and theater arts. When I looked at it, one of the courses underneath were College of Community Development and then Social Work. And then I looked at the requirements. Tapos parang, sabi ko, mas madali yata makapasok sa community development. And when I read the course description, parang pasok naman siya to, I can like bridge it to medicine. So that's what I was thinking about when I applied for my course.
Okay. So here, very generic question for med students. Why did you decide to go to med school?
I have this entire speech-ish that I always tell people. So back in high school, I decided to pursue medicine because I wanted stability. So like if you're a doctor, you get to be like, you get to earn a lot.
Yeah.
Diba? When I got to college, it morphed into more of, I got accepted to UP, which I didn't really expect because I was supposed to enroll in FEU for like a health science course. Anyway, so I got into UP, and you know how UP helps you become more of you, and it helps you understand how you can live in service of other people. So medicine became less of a means for me to reach stability para pera lang, and became more of an avenue to serve people.
Grabe.
So that's why I wanted to
Grabe.
be a doctor.
Grabe yung answer. Okay. So, eto, let's talk about your course in relation to medical school application. So, how did it help you, if it did, in your med application?
In my med application, okay. In CD, we're required to do really long bouts of practical work. So, I have a lot of experience with humanitarian work with non-government organizations. And my last semester in UP, I had to live in Bulacan. And I had to sleep in a health clinic for 3 months and help out with health workers. I learned to manage a lot of my businesses, like papers, how to deal with people, like superiors, ganyan. Kasi nga, I was thrust into a parang organizational work. So I had to manage my time. So my course really helped with, kasi alam mo, di ba yung fourth year, pag mag-a-apply ka na, parang, pasan mo na lahat. Pasan mo na yung buong mundo. It's so busy. It's your practicum year and you don't really know when to take your NMAT, when to submit your requirements, which school to go to. So my course personally helped me with that. Kasi parang it made things simpler. It helped me decide to stay near at home kasi nga I've been away for like a year. So along those lines, very practical lang.
Okay. So that's good. So now you've been talking about some of the perks of being in your course. So can you describe or enumerate some of the advantages of your course naman as a pre-med?
Okay. Personally, one of the major advantages of community development for me is that it's a quite complex course that's very reliant on practice. So how you speak to people, how you deal with their problems, how you understand them as in a very holistic sense. So parang in med school, you have to see a patient and try to see things from their point of view. You have to take into account what happened to them, what they need, and how to go about clinically assessing them, ganyan, talking to them. Community development really helps with communication work. In some of the most practical aspects, it helps with encouragement of people. So in the Philippines, lalo na in the Philippines, a lot of our patients would be kind of shy.
Yeah.
They lean towards paternalism na kung ano yung sinasabi ng doctor, that's probably what we should do, na parang to-do list na. So it helps put more, it helps create a very humanistic approach to med school for me. So yung community development.
Okay, so since you've talked about some of the advantages, can you talk about some of the disadvantages rin, if there are any, as a pre-med?
My God. Okay. Biggest disadvantage siguro, in my course in college, I didn't need to take any science course. So when I entered med school, lalo na yung first year, so parang biochemistry, gross anatomy, microanatomy, I didn't know anything. So the last science courses or science subjects that I took was in first year college. It was a brief course on biology, which I really enjoyed, but I barely remember anymore. So I had this moment in first year med school na I was really crying. Parang hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ko. Ano to? Parang what do you call those things, like organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry? I don't know what that is. Like, what are these fucking structures? So that's probably the biggest disadvantage, yung hindi ako talaga nag-explore sa health science.
Okay. So, how did you see yourself in med school as compared to other pre-meds?
With a lot of my classmates being graduates of nursing, PT, OT, meron din mga biochemistry, ganyan. So they knew more about science than I did. There were, of course, sometimes na parang I don't really know my place in med school. But the dream keeps me going. Anyway, that's not the question. I saw myself as very capable whenever we had FGDs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I usually volunteer myself whenever it's a talking job. Parang, okay, sige, sino magli-lead, sino magpa-fussy. So, I'll do it. Because I really, I need to find a place for myself. I need to somehow, like, prove that I'm competent. Kasi, diba, parang you have a moment in anything that you do na parang, why am I really doing this? I suck at this. So, I had to fight that. Yun.
Okay. So, second to the last question, would you recommend your course as a pre-med?
Now that I'm finished with it, yes.
Okay.
But if you asked me in college if I was gonna, like, introduce other people to my course and then tell them mag-medicine ka after, there's probably a disconnect. But now that I'm reaping the benefits of my course, I feel like although it's one of the unconventional choices for pre-med courses, it really does help someone grow in a very classist sense. So in how you understand the community in a very ano ba to? Very simplistic community development, like how you would insert yourself in the life of your patients. Ganyan. So how you would deal with the needs of people, although ang manage mo health, you would have a bigger sense of why health is holistic. Ganyan.
Okay. Okay, so last question, it's not really a question, but message to aspiring medical students who are currently in your field or yung yung CD or med people in general, future med students in general.
Okay. Actually, yung second demographic is much easier because I don't know a lot of people who are in CD who want to be in med school. So, for future med students, all I really want to tell you guys is to always go back to why you want to be a doctor, because it will keep you strong, it will keep you going. And I assure you there will be moments in med school or there will be moments in your application for med school where you'll ask yourself na parang, is this really what I want? Can I really do this? In a few years, will I be as successful as I want to be? Just keep going. Even if you're not as successful in the simplistic sense, you will find gratification in fulfilling your dream. Kasi babalik at babalik ka dun sa goal mo as to why you became a doctor. And personally, for me, it's to serve the people. So, walang talo sa serbisyo sa Pilipinas and sa bayan.
Thank you so much, Chel, for the time.
You're welcome.
So that's it, you guys. I want to thank Chel for making the time despite finals season to be interviewed today, and we are thankful for her thoughts about the course, and we hope that for you guys who are currently taking community development, you guys shouldn't be discouraged just because it's non-traditional. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more What's Your Pre-Med episodes. Buyers!